Going over to the political part podcast, Judge Linda Mugambe arrested for owning slaves. She just so happened to work at the former globalist hellhole of the UN as part of the Slavery and Human Trafficking Division, which, I never liked those gun-grabbing Marxists at the UN. Yeah, another reason not to like them. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Wokeness, in which he says, quote, Judge Linda Mugambe worked at the UN on the slavery and human rights trafficking. She just got arrested for owning a slave. Which, I'm not too surprised. And, well, maybe she has a very articulate defense. Maybe she's all understanding. She's trying to help the person. Maybe it's all understanding. Obviously not, but we'll hear what she has to say.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to now arrest you on suspicion of keeping somebody in slavery and servitude under the Modern Slavery Act. So you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned, something which later on in court,
Officer,
anything you do say may be used as evidence. All right. Sorry?
I am a judge in my country. I even have immunity. I am not a criminal.
You've got immunity in this country?
Yes. I have a diplomatic passport.
You're a diplomat?
Yes.
So we'll need to see that then.
Yes.
And then we'll need to speak to the embassy if you are a diplomat.
I came here as a student. I don't need to work for.
So.
Diplomat community. Straight to jail. I'm only partially kidding. Obviously, she gets her day in court. It'll be interesting to see what the result is. And this already got 1.8 million views and 84,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Wokeness says, quote, Mugambe was also on a human rights fellow at... Really? So I'll restart that quote. Mugambe was also a human rights fellow at Columbia University, getting 3.8 thousand likes. You also have Gunther Eagleman says, can't make this shit up, getting 885 likes. Anti-woke memes, A+ for marketing. They did in fact respond in meme form. Says, quote, after all this time, and then there's a picture of the donkey, says, the Democrat Party has never apologized for slavery, getting 233 likes. Strike for America says, it's okay when we do it. It's a picture of that judge, getting 397 likes. Really? I thought there's the rest. There's an article from a couple days later that says, from Florida One Now, says, quote, defund the UN is like USAID on steroids. Well, that's true. And this is an article. Where is this from? Damn it. Okay, they didn't give us a URL to the article. But it's an article from some site that says, UN judge found guilty of forcing young women to work as slave. Linda Mugambe forced the young woman to work as her maid and provide free childcare. And yeah, she looks extra evil. Right in front of that globalist UN sign, getting 1.2 thousand likes. Let's see here. Justin Nospan says she had a fellowship at Columbia too. There's another article that says she was actually convicted. Let's see here. Ida Mercado says, quote, picture of modern slave day owner, surprise, surprise. And it's just a screenshot of her. She's a African-American woman that got 1.3 thousand likes. I don't know what's going on with X today. Maybe another cyber attack, but the comments are loading slower than molasses. Keep you in that error. Something went wrong. And yet, I work in IT. The cliche is you blame it on the network. Spoiler alert, it's usually, okay, sometimes it is the network. But yeah, I do network assessments or, I'll check the traffic speed and everything before the show and it'll be fine. But can never be too upset because if IT worked perfectly, that'd be pretty much all my job gone. Do one more time to reload the whole page. Maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, there we go. Come on, Elon. Need more servers? What's happening here? And they have just more pictures of her. But yeah, it's quite devastating that slavery is actually more popular in terms of it happens more often in the globe today than it has ever before. And yet, and one of the reasons why I'm a big proponent of every human deserves the right to defend themselves. Obviously, the Second Amendment, that this thing cannot happen. You have Alpha Bravo saying, quote, black people have black slaves in Africa and no one talks about it. Getting 1.9 thousand likes. Yep. Also, it happens a lot in the Middle East, too. Again, it should not happen. And yet it's happening more and more in modern times. It's disgusting and I don't think the average person realizes how that this problem is growing as well. We all of all the things our country does, for freedom. Can't help but think, shoot, maybe we do something about that. I'm mostly isolationist, but I mean, geez Louise, of all the time to help people out, if you're being forced into slavery, that's the time. Gunther Eagleman also says, can't pick this shit up. Get 885 likes. So yeah, as if you needed yet another reason not to trust the UN, here's another case in point. And let me know, are you surprised by this and ultra irony, or do you think there's no coincidence that she actually worked in the division that was she's supposed to be protecting people from slavery and she forced it? But let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.